There was a very strange Halloween costume that appeared during Trump's Halloween party. It's a McDonald's sign saying billions and billions served, with a child in a stroller, and the sign said, "Order here."
Bro, what? Yo, I hope none of that was true. Tonight, I went down the darkest rabbit hole of TikTok, and it haunted me. I'm not gonna lie, family, tonight's video is definitely a quite interesting one. And we're gonna be looking at different clips that will honestly make you rethink everything. If you guys like creepy content like that, remember to like the video. Before the video starts, I just want to thank all my channel members. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to join the family. Let's go!
There's two types of secret societies. One is the group like Masons, Bilderberg, Bohemian Grove, Council on Foreign Relations, Skull and Bones. They're not secret. People know they exist. They know who the members are. But what goes on is secret. That's the first group. Then there's the second group of secret societies, which are really secret, that no one's ever heard about, like the Brotherhood. The real secret societies nobody knows exist.
See this dude right here? He's weird as f. You see, he was into a alternative type of lifestyle, and he did things that most men would never be into. Prince had a work ethic like no other. No cap, his output was insane. He did a fully recorded, fully finished song every day for 5 years straight. Homeboy could finish an entire album in a week. It was borderline psychotic. He would rehearse during the day, go do a 2.5-hour show, and then record until sunrise. I mean, this dude was the textbook definition of greatness. You see, where a lot of people get confused is that they think that greatness is about being perfect, but greatness is really about reps. Prince released over 1,000 songs during his illustrious career. Only 5 of them went #1 on Billboard. And he only released 10 to 15% of the songs that he recorded. I think the lesson that we could all learn from Prince is to just take action. Finish what you started, even if it's not perfect. And that's what greatness is really about.
Behind that beard than Diddy wear.
All right, that's enough.
I know.
That's enough.
When I seen him, he shows me behind the curtain.
That's enough. All right, I'm gonna edit this out.
But still, put a note on it. You can edit that one. I don't.
There's so many footages of Kevin Hart at a Diddy party. It's actually a little bit hilarious.
Did you see those 5th grade girls that planned on another classmate?
I heard about this. It was a boy.
Yes, bro.
I heard about this, bro.
This blew my mind, bro. When I heard the full story, it's so crazy. So this actually happened in Arizona, and these 5th grade girls were all talking, and I guess they were all like angry at one of these boys that were also a 5th grader in the class because he supposedly cheated on one of their friends that was in that group of 5th graders. These girls got together and started talking, and these were their words. They were going to get this kid that cheated, take him to a bathroom, one of the bathrooms at the school.
At the school?
At the school. This was their plan. And during recess, and they were all gonna wear gloves and to death in the bathroom and make it look like he committed. We're also going to write a suicide note to make it look like he just did this to himself in the, the bathroom at school, which is freaking insane. That was their whole plan. And the way that it got discovered is this other 5th grade girl, she overheard the conversation while they were like at lunch or something, goes home and tells her parents what happened. She was just like, I heard these girls at school talking about they're going to try to kill somebody at school. Called 911, told them the whole situation. Police end up going to the school and they literally arrest these girls on campus. They take them in the police car, they handcuff them, all that type of stuff. They release them to their parents, and all of the girls, I think it was about 4 or 5 of them, they all got expelled from that school. The scariest part about one of these little girls, though, and I'm pretty sure she's the one,
the ringleader.
I think she's the ringleader, bro. She's the one who operated, the whole thing. They said she was laughing.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she didn't care.
That's how I heard that, like, all the other girls were like crying and like scared that they got caught up, but
And
she
one of
was
them,
the
she was,
only
like,
one
laughing.
that didn't care.
Yeah, she was just stone-faced and laughing about it, and she was taking it like a joke.
Dude.
Yo, keep that girl in jail, cause what? She's just in 5th grade and she's already doing that? Nah, bro.
Bro, are rats evolving? What you are looking at is the first footage ever captured of a rat actively hunting bats. Yet again, we are witnessing history because according to one of the authors of the recently published study, to our knowledge, this type of rat behavior has not previously been documented scientifically. But what especially stuns scientists is how these rats in Germany are actually hunting. Not only are these rats going to where these bats are hibernating, but they're also snatching them out of the air. But as cool as this might appear, scientists believe that this is actually kind of worrying. They warned that this raises concern about potential pathogen exchange between two major wildlife reservoirs, leading to a possible spreading of disease. Don't tell me Germany finna be the new Wuhan. And not only that, but local bat population is potentially under threat, with them being slowly picked off. They documented 13 confirmed kills and 30 predation attempts over a 5-week period at just one site. The Ratatouille sequel, about to be dark as hell.
Chicago, Illinois. Leroy Battle is the guy who opened fire on 3 teens for asking him, "How tall are you?" Leroy Battle had limped to the gas station with one shoe on. He encountered 3 teens that came to the gas station to buy candy. The teens asked 6'3" Leroy how tall he was. One of the teens also said they wished they were his height. When the teens left the gas station, they walked through a nearby alley to head back home. Leroy followed them into an alley and opened fire on them. Unfortunately, 2 of the teens did not survive the attack. The 3rd teen managed to escape unharmed. Leroy never met or had any altercation with the teens. The attack was unprovoked. Leroy was arrested 4 days later. He was then charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was found guilty and is currently waiting to be sentenced. What do you think the appropriate sentence for Leroy would be? Follow for updates and more cases like this.
Without any context, this is definitely concerning. Fortunately, this did not actually happen. The video that you guys just watched shows a woman sitting on the edge of a curved cliff. She then starts to move closer to the edge, and then it appears as though she loses her footing and starts sliding, and the video cuts off. We're left thinking that she just fell thousands of feet. So first off, what this lady was sitting on is a very famous tourist destination in Brazil known as Pedra de Gavia. It overlooks Rio de Janeiro, and as you guys can see, it is thousands of feet up in the air. To be exact, roughly 3,000 feet. And every single year, tourists flock to this destination to get these jaw-dropping photos. Somehow, though, there are no mainstream instances of people rolling off the edge here. So, with 99.9% certainty, I could say this is an AI video that was created using this original photo, and there's no video for this one. You guys can see, these are the exact same photo. Her feet are stacked on top of each other, and the exact same thing can be seen here as well.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, in the future, we are so cooked. Like, I don't know what it is, but AI video is getting so much harder to distinguish nowadays. Like, you could see a video and be like, yo, that might not be AI, and it'd be completely AI.
So I gotta ask, if you don't believe in space, what do you think about Elon Musk and his company SpaceX? SpaceX? More like... But seriously, guys, do you really think this guy is for free speech running around the Met Gala and this jacket? What does that say? Novus Ordo Seclorum. And where have we seen that? And what does that mean? New World Order or New World Age? But if you think that was just a coincidence, I got way more stuff to show you that, well, this guy is not the most honest guy. Like, does anyone else remember that time we caught a rat running around on the outside of his rocket?
That's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then be a little...
Did you guys catch it? Here, watch it again, but slowed down and zoomed in. For remember that time he said he sent his electric car out to orbit Earth? But there was a little glitch. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake. You remember those words, Elon? But was he trying to tell us something here? Now, I'm not saying Elon. SpaceX is putting on a complete show. They do have some real rockets. And of course, all this was for entertainment purposes only. This is strictly my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. And like always, God bless.
Colonizing Mars. That's not happening, people. It's a marketing scheme. Do you know how long it would take to colonize Mars? Do you know how long it would take to terraform that thing? It's a marketing scheme that everyone somehow fell for. This is my native language, I promise. That everyone somehow fell for, despite being like debunked by a Google search.
Nobody wanted to use this toilet.
Ho, ho, ho. Hours. I spent hours trying to figure out what this is, and while I don't have a guaranteed answer, I have a pretty darn good idea, so let me know if you guys agree. This is an extremely viral video that was posted back in 2022, so I'm not too sure why I'm just now getting tagged in it, but no matter. It shows this old bathroom, clearly abandoned, and up against the wall and inside the toilet, there's this very weird growth, and this almost looks like an animal. First thing that came to mind is this might be some sort of mold or fungus like Stemonitis splendens, but this really doesn't look the same, and then it dawned on me. This is more than likely just the root system from a tree or other plant outside. It's actually really common for tree roots to make their way inside of sewer pipes through joints or if things were just installed in a faulty manner. Most of the time, these roots that make their way inside of the pipes are a lot smaller, they're not as thick as one might think, and in some cases, it can look like hair. So I'm quite confident with this answer. Let me know what you think.
I'm not gonna lie, family, I don't know if it's just me, but just looking at that made my whole skin crawl.
There was a very strange Halloween costume that appeared during Trump's Halloween party. It's a McDonald's sign saying billions and billions served, with a child in a stroller, and the sign says order here right above it. That's really strange, don't you think? But yeah, Daddy Trump decided to throw an extravagant Halloween party instead of just reopening the government and paying the government officials that haven't been paid for over a month. He decided to throw a Halloween party with some strange symbolism sprinkled in there. The M in the McDonald's logo is from a black magic book. It's a sigil. And Ronald McDonald himself looks like an absolute weirdo. Look at all that red stuff around his face. Oh, but he's just a clown. Well, have you seen Castaway? Have you seen the hoodie that Ellen DeGeneres was wearing? That Jay-Z was wearing? That thing right there, that weird face. Do you know what that means? Yeah. So they found remains of human teeth in McDonald's food before. But let's just continue to eat that garbage. Entertainment only, they definitely do not put human meat in McDonald's.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I would personally take that with a grain of salt, because I truly feel like if they found human teeth inside McDonald's burgers, that would be viral. That would be all over the news, and that would be a subject that everyone would not stop talking about.
2020, a girl broke up with her boyfriend, but something interesting happened. The next day, the now single man went on a skiing trip and he fell on his head and suffered a concussion. The concussion had made him completely forget that his girlfriend had broken up with him the day before. So he continued to text her as if they were still dating. And rightfully so, the girl became extremely confused. But finally, after a month of him texting her, the girl changed her mind and decided she wanted to get back together with him. So she asked him if he wanted to get back together, only to find out that he never knew that they broke up in the first place. They're now happily married with 2 kids. For those of you guys that just got broken up with, you should try this and see
So if I tried that, I'd get blocked immediately.
This clip is actually terrifying, the speed and swiftness of this, but fortunately this guy was caught and apprehended. The video that you guys just watched was recorded in China. It shows this woman and her daughter opening up this apartment, about to go inside, when out of nowhere, this man wearing a red rain jacket pulls the mother inside, then quickly comes back outside, grabs the daughter, and the door slams shut behind them. For context, this happened back in 2022 in eastern China, Liang, Shandong province, involving a man by the name of Zhan, and he was the ex-husband of this woman, and this was his daughter. Apparently, this happened as a result of some sort of dispute, which led to him dragging them into the apartment. He stayed there for quite some time. While the daughter was asleep, he did some non-consensual things with his ex-wife. After doing this, he fled the apartment. She called the police, and they did apprehend him. Not too sure what happened to him after this, but I would imagine he hopefully got punished. Again, this footage is genuinely horrifying, especially the speed at which this takes place. Awful.
These guys are dead, they just don't know it yet.
Yeah guys, the guys in this video are already dead, they just don't know it yet. And if you guys couldn't already guess it from the video, these guys are at Chernobyl. And if you're wondering why the video is kind of fuzzy and grainy, that's not because the video is old, you're actually seeing the effects of radiation to a camera lens. And yes, the area that these guys are walking through is full of radiation. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Chernobyl, it was a nuclear power plant that ended up exploding, leading to one of the worst disasters in human history. And just for context, this explosion happened in 1986 and the place is still full of radiation today. And what these guys are filming at the end of the video you just watched is actually what they refer to as the elephant foot. And this elephant's foot is hardened nuclear material, and it is known for being extremely radioactive. And getting this close to it like these guys did will most definitely lead to you becoming unalived.
This is the reason why nowadays when you order like an Uber or a Lyft driver, the driver would tell you like what's your name before you get into the car because of what happened to this girl. This happened in 2019. This girl, Samantha Josephson, was hanging out with a bunch of her friends and they were pretty much partying out in like North Carolina and they were just turning up. She was like 19 years old at the time. She's at this bar with her friends and she ends up deciding that she wants to go home for the night, like around like 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes outside, she calls an Uber to come pick her up. While she's waiting outside, a black truck pulls up and is driven by this dude named Nathaniel Rowland. This girl unknowingly gets into the vehicle of the person who's gonna murder her because she thinks it's her Uber.
So it was a mistake? She got in the wrong car?
She got into the wrong car. She just got into this dude's car. He turns on the child lock, so she's trapped inside of his car with him. He ends up driving her out like somewhere hella far. He stabs her like 120 times in the backseat of his car.
He does it in the car?
In his own car, yes. Does a whole bunch of other stuff to her. And then just like drops her body off like in some field out there in North Carolina or whatever. After that, her friends are pretty much like,
what happened?
She never hit us up that she went home or whatever, that they were just worried about her, so they end up saying that she's missing. They end up searching for her. The police end up finding her dead body a day later, and they pretty much look on the cameras of like who picked her up. When they find him, they look into his car, and his car is just covered in blood.
Dude, so what was his motive? Like, was he just crazy and he just wanted to kill somebody?
Yeah, it was just by like, she was literally just wrong place, wrong time type of thing, where she just happened to get into a crazy person's car, bruh, thinking that it was her Uber.
Why do turtles stack on top of each other?
Okay, so I came across this post on Twitter and the person posted it saying, "Why do turtles do this?" with a laughing face. And it is a pretty crazy picture because as you can see, there's two turtles perfectly on top of each other. The bottom turtle is sitting on a rock and somehow this top turtle managed to get perfectly on top of it and balance. And as you can tell, he has all of his legs spread out, and there's actually a reason for this. When I first came across this post, I was a little bit confused myself, so I decided to do my own research. And if you're ever around a pond or a lake, you've probably noticed turtles sunbathing. This is called basking, which is lying somewhere where you're exposed to the sun and the sun's warmth. And turtles will do this together to maximize heat, and they will actually climb on top of each other like this to try to get closer to the heat source. And they will stretch out all four of their legs to maximize heat exposure. But I wish someone would have got this on video because I still have no idea how the turtle actually gets on top of the other one.
Man, E5 don't make no mistake, bro.
What's E5? Because I heard of it.
A lot of people practice it like Santeria or somebody.
Beyonce.
Some people do. Yeah, Beyonce practice E5. She a child of Ocean. She a child of Ocean. She got songs. She got songs like talking about her ancestor. Every time she dressed up like her ancestor. When she was pregnant, she dressed up as Oshun.
Oh wow. So have you ever spoken with the dead?
Yeah, I feed them.
What do you mean?
I feed them all the time. I take care of them for them to take care of me every day.
This is a religion that originated in Africa?
Yeah. It's the religion that they say all African Americans are supposed to practice.
Now that's a rapper, Stunner for Vegas. an artist that the baby signed back in the day, talking about the Yoruba religion in Beyonce. Once again, somebody else is talking about Beyonce being a witch. At the end of the interview, he goes on to call the interviewer brainwashed. Yet he's the one feeding dead people. Guys, pay attention to who you're listening to and the songs you're singing. Because a lot of different times you're singing to an ancestor or a different god you have no idea you're singing to. Why? Because you're choosing to listen to these witches and these warlocks. This is why I always say be careful what goes into your eyes and your ears, because these are your portals. These are your gates. You need to hold firm at your gates and keep your gates closed and locked, because once you open them to the wrong spiritual things, that's when you come into agreement with demonic activity.
Worst police sketches of criminals. Glenn Rundled. Joseph Weir. DeAndre Charles. Hung Nguyen. Pedro Bruno. Paula Roach.
If I'm being honest, the last one wasn't that bad, but honestly, for the rest of them, they could have literally paid me and I would have did way better.
I told y'all that Donald Trump said that these holidays are hurting our economy. I mean, did y'all see that Dollar Tree is putting glass doors on their shelves now? But nonetheless, right? Donald Trump said he was canceling the holidays, and now Mariah Carey, who is known for Christmas, for the holidays with the songs and everything like that, her commercial literally just told y'all that Christmas is canceled, literally telling you guys.
Halloween sleep, but now it's spill the tea. Who's the thief? Busted.
Bad news, Mariah Carey. The elves are striking this year. Elf revenge for putting us through holiday hell. Santa's helper quit. I'm plotting all this so I can afford elf therapy.
That's my blush, elf boy.
Your lipstick? I'm taking it. Christmas is canceled. No bells, no cheer, no glam. Bye, sweetie.
You can't cancel Christmas.
Any last words?
Did y'all hear that? Y'all, it's so bad out there that the elves can't afford to feed themselves, so they gotta sell things off too. See, a lot of y'all think this is joking, but Mariah is known as the voice of Christmas. When the elves took her lipstick away, her lipsticks to our ears, right? Her song, her music, which what we know Mariah to be famous for, she's literally telling y'all to signal that this stuff is really over, y'all. Like, we're literally in a new timeline. Things have shifted, y'all. So if Christmas is canceled, then what's getting ready to replace it? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
You gotta call him for that.
You sure?
Yeah, because people's not reacting at all.
If you didn't know any better, looking at this fighter, you might think that he's ready to go back out there and throw some more punches and be on the receiving end, but you would be wrong. This is a video that was sent to me through Facebook DM. In it, this fighter can be seen standing right here. We have somebody checking up on him, making sure that he's okay. You can see that she's checking his eyes, stating that his pupils are not reacting, and her deciding not to let him fight very well might have just saved his life. For those that don't know, your pupils react to light. The more light there is, the smaller your pupils get, and the less light, the larger they get. In certain scenarios, though, your pupils might not react, and this is a telltale sign of damage to your brainstem, especially involving activities like fighting, where you're getting hit in the head. And this is very dangerous because your brainstem controls all of your essential things like breathing, heartbeat, etc. If it shuts down, you shut down, and you're dead. So had this guy been allowed to go back out there and potentially sustained more damage to his brainstem, he might have found himself dead. So yeah, definitely right idea to pull him out.
See, that's a real hero right there. They say not all heroes wear capes, and she definitely wasn't wearing a cape, but you know what I'm saying? She could have let him continue and completely shatter his brain, but You know what I'm saying? She saved a life.
This woman just found out what happens when we die. Charlotte Holmes, the woman in this photo, died for 11 minutes and shared a horrifying warning about what actually happened. But it's far crazier than that because it's not just her, it goes simultaneously with what a lot of people have been saying recently. So I've spoken before and we know about the research that came out a year ago where our brain is still active after we die. And after we are gone, our brain is still active in a state that's almost dreamlike or processing memories or being in a lucid state. Now, this woman claimed that she could see, hear, smell everything around her on the operating table where she was and almost look at herself on the table. She said there was a large light by the door and there was flowers in the room. She knew that there wasn't flowers there when she was alive, so she knew she was gone. But also a chilling statement that said, hell is real and I know it now. But what the hell does that mean? There has been quite a few of these near-death experiences of people that have come back saying very similar things to what this lady said of seeing yourself or living in a state that is like real life but you're not actually alive. So with your brain being active still, maybe you are actively producing a new existence that you think is real but you're not even alive.
Did you know when you're getting drunk, whatever spirit that's inside of you, that spirit gonna come out of you? There's something deep, dark inside of certain people. And when that demon know they can't operate right, that demon get right in their body and start acting just like them. That demon knows their thoughts, so everything that's bad, that's worse, that demon gonna say it to everybody it want to say it to. Because when the demon want to use you to destroy other people, it's gonna say things that you've been thinking for a long time. It can be somebody that you don't like and you know all their business. You gonna say it when you get drunk, when you get pissed off. Because that jealousy and envy spirit is all up on you. So when you see somebody drunk saying something, that demon is using them to say things that they've been wanting to say, but they've been keeping it to themselves. They got it in their mind, but they ain't brave enough to say it. But that demon don't care about saying it. Because that demon all about destruction anyway, and tearing you down, and messing up everything around you. So that demon don't care about using you. Because when that demon gone, when that drunk is over with, you the one got to deal with the problem. That demon gone.
1942, a man walked out of a building and was immediately struck by lightning. 27 years later, he was driving his truck and a lightning bolt struck him through the window, burning off his hair and his eyebrows. A year after that, his shoulder was struck by lightning in his front yard. By this time, all his hair had grown back, but then 2 years later, the lightning bolt struck him again, burning off all of his hair again. By this time, he started suspecting something supernatural, so he started carrying a bucket of water with him at all times in case his hair caught on fire. The following year, he was struck and his hair caught on fire again, but this time he was able to save it with his water bucket. 3 years later, he saw lightning strike in the distance and he tried to run from it, but it struck him again for the 6th time. The next year, he was struck on the head again, and guess what? His hair caught on fire. The man miraculously survived all 7 lightning strikes.
If that's a true story, I think that guy should honestly play the lotto.
A man was pulled over by police one night, but when he was asked to take a breathalyzer test, his reading came back at a life-threatening 0.91% blood alcohol level, over 4 times Belgium's legal limit of 0.22. But there was one problem. The man hadn't had a drop of alcohol, and as impossible as it sounded, he was telling the truth. The officers didn't hesitate to arrest him, since it seemed he was drunk behind the wheel. Not only that, but he had his license suspended for the same offense a few years earlier. This time, however, doctors began to look closer. They discovered he suffered from a rare condition called auto-brewery syndrome. His gut was full of special bacteria that were literally turning carbs like bread and rice into alcohol, enough to intoxicate him without a single drink. After the charges were dropped, he went on a low-carb diet to prevent his gut from making any more booze.
Guys, this is massive. What you are looking at is believed to be the first recorded sighting in history of a leucistic Iberian lynx. Photographer Angel Hidalgo captured this footage somewhere in the Jaén Mountains in Spain, but the exact location is being kept a secret to protect it. Now, at first, some were skeptical if this actually was a leucistic Iberian lynx, but local media report after analysis of the images by specialists from the Lynx Project, it has been confirmed that this is a leucistic specimen and the first officially documented in Spain and possibly the entire world. You are witnessing history right here. Not only is the Iberian lynx extremely rare with only about 2,000 in existence, but to see one that is also leucistic, which means it's got a white coat, is almost mythical.
Old video pops up of a news reporter asking Beyonce what is her relationship to God.
What's your relationship to God?
I'm sorry?
What's your relationship to God?
With God? God is my everything. He created everybody, everything, and I love him, and he is the reason why I sing.
Thank you.
See, that was before Beyonce was calling God Father, Mother, God. That was before her indoctrination with Jay-Z. That was back when she was actually serving the one true living God. That was back before she got involved with the Ifa religion. Back before she got involved with Oshun, with different deities. That was back before she was making sacrifices to a false altar. So yes, there was a time when Beyonce was really praying to the true God, really serving the true God. But like many different individuals, she has went astray. But different people we have talked about that went astray, when we went into prayer for them, many of them have come back. So when we show different videos of Beyonce, we don't do it to just bash Beyonce. The videos aren't shown just so that you can see the evil, but the videos are shown so that you can fight against the evil. The videos are shown so you can pray for this individual. At the end of the day, she's a falling sister. At the end of the day, she's a very, very lost soul because she has everything she wants. Yes, she's out there doing witchcraft and rituals, but I don't hate Beyonce at all. I truly pray she comes back into light. And you should too.
Are house parties making a comeback? What you are seeing is footage of an insane Halloween party that got way out of hand and had to be shut down by police. Now, this happened in Woodland Hills, LA, and according to Royal News, who captured this footage, the host initially promoted this party online, selling tickets in advance for just $35, but then charged up to $150 for whoever wanted to pay at the door. But similar to the real Project X, way more people turned up than anticipated, and things quickly started getting out of control. Dozens of 911 calls started flooding in, reporting injuries from stampedes. A massive fight broke out, people were spilling out into the streets, and the LAPD's air support unit estimated over 3,000 people in that neighborhood alone. When police turned up, one teenager was discovered lying unconscious in the street and was rushed to hospital. Several others were treated for injuries that they sustained in the stampede. And you'd think that most people would condemn this kind of behavior. But 2025's been so rough that people were actually proud, saying things like the earth was healing because the kids are partying again, and that there was still hope for the next generation after all.
Yo, they looked so lit. That was actually crazy. In my opinion, I really want to know who got in trouble for that. Like who threw the party? And what did the cops do? Because 3,000 people, that's a lot of people, man. Hopefully, I don't think anyone died though. I think people are just injured or they just passed out because, you know, when you go to stuff like this, some people tend to do too much or, like, you know what I'm saying, have a little bit too much. So they end up passing out, end up doing some stupid stuff. So hopefully no one died. As long as everyone just, you know what I'm saying, was chill, had a little fun, they'll be straight.
Thank you all for watching this here video.